So I think we're supposed to
Bang.
yeah, only the microphone's here now, so we don't really need to.
The mic it off? Okay.
Yeah.
Sound?
Yes, your mic on.
I'm cool with that.
We're good. And yeah, so what were we gonna talk about today, G?
Can we separate the art from the artist?
Oh, you mean like R. Kelly?
R. Kelly.
Yeah.
It pretty much is the first example. There's a couple of other ones, right?
So Bobby Brown, right? Bobby Brown and Whitney.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, but that whole show me the receipts, that was like, oh no, but I love you.
Yeah. The Bobby Brown thing, but and same vein, if you're gonna get into that one, you're gonna talk about the Chris Brown, Rihanna.
Chris Brown and Rihanna.
So both these ones are of the same type, but then we can go back and then we can talk about situations like
Michael Jackson.
But if we're gonna go more recent, we're gonna talk about Cosby.
Oh my
right?
God.
At the back, yes, we have
Bill
R. Kelly that we have to also, and if we want to be hipper to the youth today,
yeah,
we could talk about XXX. I don't know how his name works. XXX Tentacion. I never know how to say it, guys. I'm actually gonna Google it. I guess I'm not hip/lit enough.
Hip/hit.
It's XXX Tentacion.
Okay. I have no idea who that is.
You've never heard any of his music?
No.
I've heard some of his music.
So play something. Because I have not the slightest clue who you're talking about. I'm sure he's a nice young man. It's a man, right?
Yeah, yes, it is a man.
I'm sure he's a nice young man.
No, he's not
and
nice.
He respects his mom.
I'm not sure about that either. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna play any because I don't know if we drop it on Facebook, they might block us just because we put some music that we don't own.
Oh.
I won't.
Okay.
I feel like most people know about him.
Okay.
I've been put on to him maybe a year ago.
Okay. By who?
Myself. Actually, I was just
really
curating, searching a lot through music.
See, this is the litmus test, right? Gino will always know what's up. He will always know what's on. And the fact of Danny not knowing just means it's probably really, really cool. So in all likelihood, I don't know about it, it's probably like lit to the fullest. Can you say that?
I always sound so old by doing that.
No.
If my daughter watches, she cringes. It clearly what we're saying.
I was 18 and I sounded that way. Like
the exact facts.
So this is not new.
It's not out of character. No. That's just you being you. No. Yeah. I just fell on his music, just going through different. I'm always searching for more music, right? Even though I'm not an active DJ, I still work with the mind of a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what style of music, I'm always curating and creating playlists by style, by categories, by moods, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
Way before Songza was bought by Google and incorporated into Google Music. So that's pretty much how my mind works. And I guess we're going to talk about him. So he makes rap. I'm going to call it rap / R&B, which is, again, super interesting because this generation knows no boundaries, and that's in any category whatsoever.
What do you mean?
Everything is a melting pot. Everything is a mix. Everything is a hybrid.
Everything is what? Everything is draked?
What? You know what? That could be a verb actually. Everything is draped. It's true. Look, we don't heard it here first. It's draped.
You heard it here first.
It's draped.
It's draked.
Look. If people bash the purists, but I understand where they come from with this. We no longer can just say something is this is hip hop or this is rap, because most of the rap has been blended, mixed with the R&B. No one can really say this is R&B. We have to add the qualifier pure or true R&B or R&B, because we don't have much of that anymore. Or this is truly soul music. This is truly gospel. Because most of the music right now is a mix of everything. And it's the same when we're talking about food. Everything is a fusion.
Yeah.
And you know what? If we really want to go deep, even our children. Who I when I go, hey, my kids are half Haitian, half Lebanese, and when we're doing a kids party, I'm sorry, of all the kids, there's maybe 2-3 couples that are together and have full on white or full on black, or the others we're mixing.
But even when you say full on black, like real talk, if you look at my mom, you could look at her face and tell that she has some Asian heritage. You could tell, like, it's not a maybe, right? My wife has some Indian in her.
Yep.
And you could tell, like, it's not maybe, like, you could tell. So I mean, when you say West Indian, by definition, you are mixed.
Exactly.
Right? The West Indies is mixed. That's what it is. By choice or by force, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at me and my brothers, I think you could tell there's some mix somewhere in there.
Exactly.
I mean, you look at Steve and, I mean, love you, bro, but seriously, light skin.
Light skin, man.
And he's not like that cool light skin. He's like I'm hating.
Because, he's a math genius, right?
Yeah.
He's a math genius. Yeah. Not for no reason that his AKA as a producer was Sigma. I remember, Steve, it was Sigma. So, back to the I can't say his name. I forget it. I know I listened to it like a while back, how he was saying it. I said, I'll remember, because, I have to seem cool. No, it just goes out the window. But anyways, so he does rap. And he's kind of the one who brought this... Guy? No, he didn't. This new style where most of the music, the vocals and the music is extra distorted.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you'll like I said, I don't want to play it. You could just go find his music, but you'll notice in his vocals and the music, it clips. It really clips, and it's stylistic. They made it distort.
Okay.
And I can't trash that style, knowing that hey, heavy metal or even rock and roll. Was noted, highlighted by those changes in the way the sound was done, right? What was for a time accidental and unwanted was brought to be aesthetic, style-wise. You add some distortion. So they brought back this type of distortion in the bass, in the 808, and harsh, raw, extremely vulgar, explicit, but has some music.
Like Eminem vulgar, or like...
Oh man, it's different.
I like how you say
I have difficulty of... First, okay, so I have to say it's not something that I listen to on a regular basis. So it's not... I can't really define it properly. Fans of him will be better to qualify him.
All right. So get at us. Let me know. Tell me what the best few tracks I should be listening to is, because
from him.
I am very interested in discovering new things, and I'm absolutely into that.
And I think it's important that go check him out and make yourself known.
Yeah, make up your own mind.
Make up your own mind.
Help me make up my mind. Actually, help me, ignorant, make up my mind
on this topic, this artist in particular.
I don't care.
But you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But so the whole reason I'm putting him in the forefront in the conversation is because a lot of youth like what he does.
Okay.
So it speaks to him. He's super raw, super explicit, but then he'll make a music that's so heartfelt, and kids are like, "Yo, he's speaking to me." Now, about why are we talking about him right now is because, so in the past, recent past, he beat the crap out of his girlfriend. I'm hearing with a coat hanger.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, it was grotesque, brutal, like it was bad. He did time, and I think right now he's still doing some time.
Whoa.
And links to that. So now that you know this, because that's our title right now. That's the topic right now. Now that you know what he's done, would you still be okay with listening to his music? Me, I have a problem with it. So my kids, sometimes they have songs. They'll tell me about it. Look, and I have to stay 100% with you guys, as usual, honest. Last week, like I'm telling you, I don't like him. I don't like who he is because of what he did and certain comments on women that he's done, like he's made. I just don't mesh with him well, and he's extremely confrontational.
Yeah,
he's been beaten on stage. There was a meme about him where you remember Dragon Ball, right?
Yeah.
So you remember Boo?
Yeah.
Majin Buu, right?
Yeah.
So the way his hair and the way he was
the
like
pink guy.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a picture of him. You see him with a mic, and the way he's standing, he looks like he looks like him.
Okay.
And he had beef with a particular artist in the city. He went to perform in that city, and the dude came on stage and sucker punched him.
Nice.
He was performing, like singing one of those heartfelt songs, and the guy just pow knocked him the F out. And listen, the way people made the meme out of it was super funny. Okay, because they made the other guy look like Goku and just punching him. It was hilarious. That was last year.
Okay,
hilarious. But it was a sucker move.
Yeah,
it sucked. It was not cool. Anyways, there's a lot of controversy with him. The important thing is, last week I go on Instagram and I see a super awesome anime video, and there's music in the background. I'm listening to it. I'm like, yo, this song sounds dope. That's a dope song. And I'm trying to see in the comments who sings this. I can't find it. I DM'd the guy who posted it. I'm like, dude, this track is awesome. Who sings this? And he tells me, oh, it's Explotación. I'm like, oh. So now, the question is, by principle, I heard the song. I like it. I think it's a dope song.
Yeah. But
by principle, do you still listen to it? Or you go, no, man, I stand by my word. I don't like what the guy does in his personal life.
Yeah.
So I'm squashing his art.
All right, so I'm going to say this, all right? Because this is messed up. What I'm about to say is messed up.
Go.
All right? So I'll say yes and no. Because I disagree with what Chris Brown did to Rihanna, but I still mess with him. And I'll tell you, it's messed up.
Go.
I'll mess with him because as I heard of the story of Rihanna and Chris Brown, they had a fight in a car. Before I knew the whole story, they had a fight in a car. This is not a fight at home. You understand? And as I suspected, as the story was expanded on, she chased him, and that's how the fight. At the very least, that's what reports have said. Not what they told, but that's what report have said. So, not that I say that I say that a woman should ever be hit on by a man. Not that I think that any words a woman says could ever warrant a woman being hit. I don't think that that's ever going to be okay. So what I'm saying is I don't agree, but I can understand. Because some words cut and some reactions may be wrong. It's wrong. But I'm like, you know what? I don't know that I would have done differently in a similar situation. Now, that's that. R. Kelly, on the other hand, that's disgusting.
I have zero compassion for this dude.
That's disgusting. Because 15 years old?
14.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, that's disgusting. Yeah. I'm not going to go into gruesome details because it's disgusting. You can do your own Google search if you want to know about what R. Kelly did.
I'm pretty sure everybody knows about it.
I'm fairly confident anybody watching this is probably aware, but I'm not going to make the assumption. So R. Kelly, look it up. But to me, that's unacceptable, right? There's no acceptance that could be given to this, right? And then move on to a woman like Whitney Houston. I think that what she did is gross, but she did it to herself. I don't think she infected anybody with what she did. Bobby Brown, on the other hand, he was beating his wife and pushing her to do drugs.
Yeah.
Right? That's gross. So there are certain things that I can separate. There are certain other things that I can't. There are certain things that I will overlook, and there are other things that I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When it has to do with children, nothing. You get nothing.
Zero.
The Michael Jackson situation is interesting because that one's mostly allegations, and a lot of them have been debunked.
Yeah.
So
Very
until
nice.
I have definitive proof, which nobody does, I will give it a I don't know. Plus, the music's really fucking good.
It's good. It's good, but again, that's why it's so touchy, right? Where do you draw the line, or do you draw a line? Period. Me,
Yeah.
I've said it. The main artist that I've cut off completely,
Yeah.
religiously,
Yeah.
it's R. Kelly.
Yeah.
This I have no compassion. There's no two ways about it. Me, I have not listened to a track of R. Kelly since the situation, and that was 2001 or 2002.
Yeah.
And every time I say it, mention it, or that somebody else asks that question, people will tell me, "Oh, you're either a hypocrite or you're exaggerating." Look, this is my conviction. I've seen it when I was younger. That video.
Which one?
The
the video.
of R. Kelly, of R. Kelly doing what he did to that 14-year-old, and the fact that he did not pay the price for it, because he bought himself out of the situation, and I see other people that can't do that, right? No, for me, that guy he's wrong, and he's proven multiple times how unrepentant he is about the situation.
Yeah.
And he is a sick individual. Period. I just believe he is a sick individual. He needs help, but that does not excuse the situation. For me, it's simple. R. Kelly, I cut him off completely.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, like you said, a lot of allegations, and I was never convinced. I'm convinced that there's some wrongdoing. Even if let's put it this way. Let's put it so we can be clear. Even if he did not touch any children ever, not this one or this one. Even if we have definitive proof that he never did, he still did something wrong. Because you know
why?
What? I will say this: the impression of sin is already sin. Let me be clear. Okay, let me put it this way, right? If I am taking the elevator, and right before the door closes, a beautiful woman comes into the elevator.
Yeah.
We take the elevator together to the 7th floor. The door open, and I don't know, someone sees me in that elevator with that person. They're free to invent whatever story about what they saw.
Yeah.
I was taking the elevator. I'm going to work. Yes, she's beautiful. What? If she wasn't beautiful, you wouldn't think those thoughts? Because she's beautiful, you're taking for granted that we came together, that I'm cheating on a spouse, or she's cheating on a spouse, or... There's nothing I can do, and my intentions are right. I don't have to feel bad, right? If we're both coming out of a strip club, let's not be surprised. If Obama, as a president, was caught leaving a strip club, what would be your thoughts? What would people say? We can defend him all we want and be like, well, that's his choice if he wants to do it.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't treat a random person like that. But because of his position, I'm thinking, hey, that's wrong. Right?
Yeah.
The impression. So you're aware of this. So as a personality or a public person or whatnot,
let's remove.
That's important.
Let's remove the stigma of religion off of this, please. Because as a public figure, you can have your personal judgment, but then there's public opinion, right?
Exactly.
And I want to separate those two things.
Yep.
Not. I shouldn't say remove. I want to separate those two things, right?
Exactly.
So from a moral standpoint,
yep.
Sure, you can pass judgment. Demands at an establishment that's obviously not uploading high moral values, right? It's a strip joint, obviously.
Yep.
It is flesh for money, and then there's the legal side of it, right?
Totally.
He's a married man. Adultery is literally a crime, not a crime, but it's an offense. It's an offense. It's punishable
by law.
Divorce, whatever.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
there's laws where you can invoke certain laws.
Yeah.
So those are two different things, right? And to me, the Michael Jackson situation, I think that he was a damaged individual.
Yep.
I think he was damaged by his circumstances, not to say his father.
Yeah.
It broke my heart when I heard something, and I don't know if you heard him ever say this. He was saying that the reason why he did so many plastic surgeries is because every time he looked in the mirror, he saw his father's face, and he wanted to remove it.
I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, that is the saddest thing I've ever heard. Every time I look in the mirror, I see my father's face, and I wanted to remove it from the man in the mirror.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Understandable.
Well, considering what his father did to him, I can say I sympathize with the sentiment, but I don't know the depth. I don't know the details.
No.
I can't speak to more than that. I don't think it's my place.
We can't depend on the movies or the stories because we weren't. The truth is, we weren't there.
Exactly.
So everything we have is
third-party accounts.
Exactly.
Third party, not first, not second.
Nah,
third-party
exactly.
accounts.
Cool.
The man that saw the bear, right? And so because of that, I sort of pull back judgment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't say I agree, but I can understand. I can understand that sentiment. It's kind of interesting. Every single time somebody says, I hate this person or I hate that person that's in my family, my first reaction is always to tell them, well, whether you love or hate them, you're always going to have to remember that they're a part of you and you're a part of them.
Yep.
It's your DNA. Like it, hate it, whatever. Yep. It's still you. So you say you harbor such a strong emotion for someone that's a family member, whether it's a parent or a sibling, whether it's a cousin or whatever. A part of their DNA is within you.
It's in your blood.
It's in your blood. So if you hate them, you hate a part of yourself. That's just not healthy. Which is completely off topic of what we were originally saying. But just to get back to the point, I can't separate certain actions from certain art. The Bill Cosby situation, I'm going to say the same thing, right? Even now, and I'm sure more reports will come out, a lot of the things that they're talking about, saying that he did this and he did that, he did wrong. I'm sure he did some things wrong, but I'm also sure that not all the reports are truthful. I'm sure that, actually, there's proof of that, right?
It's proof. There's proof that, a lot of stuff was fabricated.
Yeah.
There was some lies. But you do feel, right, that there's still something wrong.
Of course.
And that's what I'm trying to put my finger on, even when we talk about Michael Jackson, is the fact that, you know what, even if there was a way for me to know for sure that he never touched any kids.
Actually, stop right there. I just realized one thing.
What?
Everybody we talked about was black. I just realized everybody we just talked about was black.
That's facts. I was going to say OJ, and he's black too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he abused of his blackness.
So
should revoke his black card.
Let's segue for a second.
Yeah.
And let's analyze what just happened, right? Yeah. So why did we jump? Is it because we said artist, and by definition, we went with black?
Hot damn. Well,
I have a feeling that if we had said, can we split what a politician, if we changed the word artist, I think we would not have thought so easily of black people.
Well, I think it's because we are, man. Honestly,
yeah.
Like we project. I personally project myself, right, and I project greatness when I see Michael Jackson. To me, that's the ultimate. That's the ultimate artist, right? The man's a dancer, singer. He's amazing with visual arts. Like he's done it all. In my personal opinion, he's a very well-rounded individual as far as the art sphere goes. Like if you talk to me about a Charlie Sheen, I mean, Charlie Sheen's a great actor. He's really a good actor. He's an okay stand-up comedian, but I think that's where his talents stop. You know what I mean? Like I don't think of him as great when you think about overall greatness. If you talk about, I don't know, name another train wreck. What's her face? The redheaded girl.
Kathy.
No, not Kathy Griffin. Even though she's a serious, anyways, she's done some on funny things. I'm talking about the other one, Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, she's a good actress. She's okay as an actress, but I don't think there's anything else that I would call her great for. So when I say artist, to me, that implies greatness, right? When you talk about Bill Cosby, say whatever the hell you want about him, but he's great. He's gonna,
awesome. They just till this day, a lot will say, "Yo, the storytelling, can't really beat Cosby."
Can't Bill Cosby.
I think it was
Chappelle?
The Idiots. No, the
Brilliant
podcast.
Idiots.
Brilliant Idiots.
Yeah.
And one of the guys mentioned, like, hey, with all the stuff we know of Bill Cosby now and the stories and the allegations, he's like, you know why we know he's so awesome?
Yeah.
Because of all the stories that we thought how awesome that he recounted, none involved those stories. Like, he could have been killing it with these stories. He didn't.
Yeah.
With so mundane, with all the mundane stories he said or told, he did not mention any of the brouhaha that was going on there.
His personal life.
Train wreck, his personal life or lives. Actually, I made it plural because there's duality, right?
Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, but so that's it. So okay, so what's the decision? Can we really cut off something? Like I said, except for R. Kelly, that I have a straight rule. I do not no, I can't.
So I think the real question is not about cutting somebody off from our lives. I think it's about the tabloid culture. I think that's really what it's about.
Define.
So I think that people get judged in the court of public opinion before they get judged in the court of law. And once they've been judged in public opinion, nobody cares about the facts. Right? Nobody cares what actually happens. Nobody's following the case and going like, what's going on? And I think that we've come into an era where in order to have popularity and success, you sort of have to I don't want to say sell your soul because that sounds evil, but you have to sell your personal life as part of what you do for a living.
It's a package deal.
Yeah, people want to have a 360 deal with your life, basically. They want to have, I want to see what you do on the weekends. I'd like to see what you eat. I'd like to see who you hang out with. I'd like to see who you sleep with. I'd like to know what you wear.
But you know what? That's also part of what I was saying when I was mentioning that everything is merged, right?
Oh, snap.
So back in the days, stardom, right? Or being a celebrity, you automatically were separated from people. You're of a higher standard. You're unapproachable, right? And there's been a swift shift.
There was a mystique. I think there was a little bit of mysticism. Nobody could really grasp who you are, and so there was a thirst to read articles about you, see pictures about you, and to hear what you had to say when you came to the Late Show.
Exactly. But now you don't have that, because now the idea of celebrity or notoriety is in, hey, listen, I can access this guy everywhere. I see him on Instagram, Snapchat. I see it on Facebook, Twitter. Twitter was I think it was the door opened because of Twitter.
Yeah,
people started to have this unedited, unrevised access to personal thoughts of an artist.
That's crazy.
The one that really was able to hack it properly was the guys from that '70s show and Punk'd.
Ashton
Kutcher, right? Yeah. Until he made that major faux pas, and then he said, "Okay, I'm going to give my account to my publicist, or somebody else needs to control because I've been saying some things and I was wrong and blah blah blah." But that's how he hacked it. He built his personal brand off of that, and now people had access. They're like, "Well, we want more. We want to know more." So now the division isn't there. So it's even easier for you to be judged in the court of public opinion.
Yeah, because you hang yourself.
It's you. It's no longer. Oh, okay. Remember, I think it was Chappelle. Is it Chappelle? I forgot who was the comedian that mentioned the basketball player. Wow, Not Michael Jordan.
I'm not gonna know who that is.
No, you will.
Kobe.
Kobe, yeah.
Oh snap!
It was saying. What else? We're talking about. No, duh. So they were saying, about the Kobe and the rape allegations, and remember?
Yes,
right?
yes.
And then he had this whole episode where he changed his jersey number.
Yeah.
Right? When he came back after the trial and everything, and he changed his jersey number. And it was as if, again, I don't remember who was the comedian who said that. It's like, oh yeah, no, the one who was raping is the other number. And he's the new Kobe. He doesn't rape people.
Kobe. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But there was a duality, really. And it's the same. It was the same. You could say, oh, you know what? I hate this actor or I hate this artist. Mm-hmm. But that's who he's playing. Oh, we don't like Bobby Brown. There's Bobby Brown, the performer, and then there's Bobby Brown at home.
Yeah.
Right? There is no dichotomy anymore. There's no separation. There was no The Rock and Dwayne Johnson. Right now, all we're seeing is either all The Rock or all
Dwayne
Johnson.
Yeah.
There's no like him in there. So that's the difference right now. So I think that's why it's super difficult right now to split the art from the artist, because there's no more persona. You mentioned Mystique. I have this great friend of mine who's also a colleague of mine at work. He's a magician. That's his sideline. Mm-hmm. He's a magician, a great magician, by the way. You can check him out at Montreal Magic on Facebook and on Instagram. His name is Jody. And he always gets asked when he's performing somewhere. They're like, "Hey, you're gonna stay with us for the rest of the party or the rest of the wedding?" He says, "No, I have to leave." And one time I asked him, I said, "Why do you're here?" Like he did an awesome job, an awesome show for my kids for the birthday. And I mean, this guy has gone to Las Vegas. He's performed for the Grand Prix. He's really good. I asked him, "Well, why are you always you're in a rush to move?" He says, "Well, as a magician, that's part of my act, that mystique. If I did all these magic tricks and then I'm just sitting down with you and we're just drinking, well, it's no longer a big deal no more. I'm no longer, ooh, magic. It's like, oh, you're one of us.
Yeah.
And if you're one of us, you're not special anymore. And then the next time you do a trick, I'm like, yeah, but it's him.
Interesting.
It's just him. We know him. We saw him.
Interesting.
He's the carpenter's son. We know him.
Yeah.
Right? You can't have that. So he needs to jet. If he comes back afterwards, if he was a way for him to leave, change his red coat and be like, put a mustache on and be back,
Yeah.
It's okay. If I can come back as Clark Kent, we're good. See, that's a good example.
But the thing is but the thing is you can't see Superman all the time, otherwise Superman's ordinary. You have to see Clark Kent.
Yeah, and if we're gonna stay geek, then that's the example of the difference with Iron Man. Iron Man is always Tony Stark.
Yeah.
We all know Tony Stark is Iron Man. Iron Man is Tony Stark.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to change anything. If he's an a-hole as Tony Stark, he is the same guy when he's in Iron Man.
Yeah.
That's the current society. So again, how can we split that? I think we can't.
Wow.
It's too tight.
So we're all Tony Starks now.
We're all Tony Stark.
Interesting.
There's no longer any separation. It has the pros and it has cons.
Yeah.
And now when we see an artist, we can't help but judge the whole package. You said it. It's a 360 deal.
Yeah.
365 deal.
Yeah.
No,
360
for a circle
all around.
365 because it's all year round.
Yeah.
So it's all the time. This is who you are. You know what? Rihanna, we're talking about her. You see how she acts in and out of her music.
Yeah.
And it seems pretty consistent. Again, we don't see everything.
Yeah.
Good example. Okay, you know what? Okay, I guess we're gonna stay with black people. I'm trying to find. I can't find because right now I have Beyonce and Jay-Z in my
But
head.
I don't know them. Like I'm gonna say.
That's a good reason.
But I don't know them.
No, that's a good. No.
Like I would love to tell you about Blake, the guy from The Voice.
The country guy, Blake.
exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. You just made my point, right? I could tell you about Sean Carter, Jay-Z. I could tell you about Beyonce Knowles, right?
How can I forget this?
Because it's not like and it's not because it's not because of some harbored hatred for them. I just don't connect. I don't connect. Right? I know about this much about Eminem.
Hmm. Okay, I know a lot about him.
I don't. Again, I don't connect. I don't.
There's no white artist right now that comes to mind that you know of that you would. None.
Can you hear my eyes blinking?
I mean, you didn't even think of Celine Dion. I said white. I said white. I said white, and automatically I thought Celine Dion.
No, I don't know anything about her. I don't. I know she has kids. I know she married this Arab guy that unfortunately passed. Yeah. I know she lives in Vegas now. And I've seen a picture of her son where he had really nice long hair.
Long hair.
Yeah, that's about it. That's what I know about Celine Dion. To be fair, the genre of music that we listen to is mostly the art of storytelling. And so most artists will actually share a lot about their lives through their music.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't really listen to a Kendrick Lamar without actually knowing he's from Compton. And he grew up around Bloods.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you don't have to read a magazine. You just listen to the freaking music. Like he said so. You know what I mean? Like you listen to Snoop and I have a good idea that he's from the LBC. I'm just like the genre of music that we listen to happens to have a lot of storytelling in it.
Yeah, and that tells a lot about a person.
Yeah.
But
when you say my dog kicked me or something, and like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to learn anything about you. I'm not going to learn anything about you.
I'm just really stunned right now that I'm not able to pull any white artist.
Yeah.
That's so messed up. And I know a bunch. And I listened to him. I thought of Pink, by the way. I thought all back there.
Again, what do you know about her?
I know some stuff.
Where's she from?
I know everything.
What city is she from?
Yeah, but truth be told, See what you said?
Yeah.
Most artists, I don't know where they're from. Actually, because
I
don't care. I know they're from the States.
No, hold on. When you listen to a song, typically part of hip hop culture, they will shout out their hometown, shout out their home university, or some.
Yeah, but you know what? I must mentally automatically block it because I know that people change who they rap or where they rap all the time.
Oh, you mean
example, fake it? Not necessarily fake it, but you know, a lot of people don't know that Tupac was not West Side.
Okay.
That's not where he was born. It's not.
Okay. Okay. All right. Granted, there might be some extra. All right. Nonetheless, Tupac, L.A. Right?
He raps good, but I don't even. I didn't even know that. Apart from people that really made it obvious, like seriously, Kendrick only talks about Compton. Yeah. You know, so it's like, oh, it's in your face. Just because I thought of a Jay-Z lyric, I heard Marcy, so I'm like, okay, Marcy. Yeah. You know, so yeah, Foxy Brown, Bronx. Okay, cool. But she has a song called BX.
Yes.
You know, but. I'm sorry.
I come from Brooklyn. Come on, man.
It's okay.
I'm essentially saying.
Flatbush. But again, I have these rappers. Yeah. Cool. Now, if you name me the new ones right now, or actually any other style, but that, if you ask me where the R&B singers that I love come from, I have no clue. No clue. Zero. Really? Hey. As much as I know of Michael Jackson and what I love of him, I have no clue where he lived. Well, who was he repping? Was there a song when he was saying, I'm repping this? No. So I would know.
The Roots is from Philly.
The Roots, again, but they're a cornerstone.
All right. Music Soul Child is from...
Probably same place.
I'm just... But it's...
I'm going by style now.
Just like Erykah Badu, I know she's from Dallas. Like I
did not know that.
Okay, but okay, all I'm trying to say is if you follow their music, within their music career, they will talk about their origin story, if you will. It's usually part of it's usually part of the ethos of the hip hop, R&B, neo soul. There's always a scrappy beginnings and whatever. And so, you know what? I'll take it a step further and say, I think that was the original 360 deal. And here's what I mean. I love Erykah Badu because she didn't come on with blah, here I am. You had to sort of decode the music, and it took a long time. Like, you had to listen to record after record after record and really listen to them a few times before you started getting an ethos of who she is as a person. And she felt mysterious, even though she was giving herself out. She felt interesting, even though everything, like, if you listen to the lyrics of her songs, pretty much everything she believes in is laid out for you to listen to, right? And so to me,
but it was still gradual, from on and on.
Yeah.
The first single,
from 90,
to afterwards where she talked.
Yeah. It took a while, but it was and back then there was no social media, right? In '97, when what I'm saying is, over the time of getting to know her, I got to know her through her music, through her art. Definitely, and so I will judge her through her music, and I will judge her life through her music, because I feel that I have this connection. You know what? I think I like Michael Jackson because of the song "They Don't Really Care About Us." Right? I mean, The Man in the Mirror.
Precisely this one?
No. The Man in the Mirror, Billie Jean's, Thriller, like, all those songs are great. But then there's a great piece of work that touches me as an individual, right? In the end, they don't really care about us. All of a sudden, you've just touched my heart.
Yeah.
And as an individual, I feel connected to it. I feel for you. It felt beyond the fact that it's a great song, it was a story for me, Danny.
Okay,
right?
so
and therefore, all of a sudden, now you get a little bit of air cover, because all of a sudden I see your humanity through this, and I connect to your humanity.
Okay, but what if this? What if this song?
Yeah.
You end up knowing. Now he's dead, gone. It's
Yeah.
been years, right? Has it been 8 years already?
I don't know.
Like that. So you love that song. It talks to you.
Yeah.
And then randomly,
Yeah.
you hear that he was inspired to write that song off of things bad or evil he was doing.
Okay.
Dude he was touching kids while writing this song.
Okay.
Will it not tarnish the memory, emotions, whatnot that came with it?
The reason why...
Can it spoil it? Basically, that's what I'm asking you. Can it spoil the original taste of that piece of art?
The only thing that could taint that piece of art... Yes, I said. Yeah. The only thing that could tarnish that image that I have in my mind is if somebody told me somehow this art was stolen. Right? It's not original work. Like, literally, like, this is a country song that he rewrote type of thing. Like, then it would not be cool. And then I'd lose that connection with the song. But whatever his artistic process is, which, truth be said, the man's passed, nothing will be ever confirmed or denied, right?
Yeah.
Post-mortem will always be speculation. Sorry. I think it's about that time. It's getting late.
We're at 43 minutes.
No, but what I'm saying is I don't think nothing anyone will say will truly remove that connection, unless that connection is... I'm learning that connection is not real. Like, actually, the connection itself is not real. But the connection that I've had with a human being is one human to another. It has nothing to do with his flaws or his gifts or whatever else. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. It's not definitive.
No, of course
right?
not. Of course not. The only fools don't change their minds.
True. I'm still. Man, it's a tough one. We could totally revisit it because, like I said, I'm not gonna be a a hypocrite about this.
Yeah.
I do not treat all artists the same.
Of course.
Right? I do not treat all artists the same. I'm guessing that
You don't treat all people the same.
no, exactly. That's why some people have been touched deeper by certain type of music or artists.
Yeah.
And for them, these artists can do no wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to say that.
Yeah.
The only fact that remains is I will not let go of my R. Kelly policy. This one,
No, because
I'm
it's
not
gross.
ready to let it go. But
And it's caught on tape, and it's like it's gross.
That's okay.
It's
So
gross.
yeah. We have to close with that. That's a definitive because it was caught on tape. There's no level of speculation. Only it's not like we'll never know. This we know for a fact.
No, but further than knowing, we can guess and that we can speculate on that he's still doing it.
Yeah.
Like, not only is there not like, oh, it was a youth mistake.
Zero repentance on it.
Remorse.
Zero repentance on it.
Yeah.
More allegations came up.
More allegations.
More came up about him recruiting young kids
Yeah.
at his old school
Yeah.
because he can. With the recent noise that was done where people were saying that he had a sex cult,
Yeah.
that put everything back to the surface.
Yeah.
His music speaks of it. I'm sorry, like again, I'm not listening to it, but I'm aware enough of what's going on. So when he made that song "Cookies,"
I don't know.
don't know about it, right? Okay, cool.
I
have a colleague at work. He's like, he doesn't really know about urban music, whatever, but he just hears that song. And he says, "Oh, the R. Kelly song, Cookies." I'm like, I don't know that song. I don't listen to R. Kelly. He's, "Yo, you need to see this video. You need to see the video." I'm like, I literally like, I do not want to see his stuff. He disgusts me as a human being. Like, no, just come and see it. I said, okay, cool. He just shows me part of it. Just with the snippet that I heard and saw, I'm like, dude, you didn't let go of any of your pedophile tendencies.
Ugh.
Because you made that song "Cookies" and you're obviously not talking to or for adult women. It sounds like if you've heard the song or you know it, look it up again, listen to it again. Tell me that song is not made in a way that it caters specifically
to children,
to young kids. I'm just younger women. I'm gonna say this, at least that. I'm not gonna throw other allegations. I'm just saying, try to go and read between the lines, the undertones. Like, for me, it's like the Tide Pods. Seriously, it's dumb for you to eat Tide Pods. But if we decided that we were going to call them Tide Lollipops, would you not say, like, yo, who you catering to? That's my thought.
So let me ask you this. You just mentioned something that made me realize when I listen to music, I don't have a tendency. I straight out analyze the words.
Yeah.
Like, I don't listen to music passively, just I like the beat or whatever. Like, I will do that after having listened to a song a few times.
Yeah.
I seek meaning and I seek content. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm at an age where I don't drink milk, right? And I know you love this metaphor. Yeah, I need meat. I need substance. Like, I know that there is milk music and there's and that metaphor, by the way, for you guys, for those of you that may not get it, milk is for babies. It is easy to digest. It is for the young. In fact, it is basically made for digestion. But I have grown intolerant to milk. I'm actually lactose intolerant, and so I am with music, right? I seek things that have more substance, more consistency. So I don't want to listen to an album and then throw it away, right? Even though I stream 100% of my music now, I don't actually own records. I still want to listen to an album. I'll listen to it, and I drive a lot. Right, so I have the time that when I'm driving, I will listen to a lyric, and if there's a good song, I will repeat it a couple of times until I've analyzed it enough. What does that mean? Where does it come from? Whatever. And so there might be certain things lost on me because I'm not really connected with the current popular culture, but I'm seriously seeking to get an understanding. Hence, what I was saying earlier, as I seek to understand the music, I'm seeking to understand the artist. Where do you come from? Is this relatable to me or not?
Yes.
Is this profoundly connected? Because, listen, I'm not from Compton, right? I ain't never been, don't have any intentions to go. I've been to Brooklyn, but the good part, like the gentrified section of Brooklyn. I'm not, like, I have no pretense of saying that I understand or whatever the ghetto. However, there's certain values that some of those guys are talking about that I can understand.
Totally.
Talking about struggle, I know what struggling
hardships.
Means.
Adversity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when people talk about, struggling through, pushing through certain issues, pushing through problems, I understand that. When people talk about helping their parents because of certain issues that they're having, I understand that. Like, those are things that I can relate to. When people talk about beauty and love, those things are universal. I can relate to it. Right? I can relate to a lot of those themes that I think are universal enough. And in the words and the language that it's spoken, it comes and gets me in a different way, because I'm like, oh, wow, I've never heard that metaphor. I've never heard it said this way. That's interesting. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And I'll break it down, try to chop it down. One of the major reasons why I was a fan of Badu in the beginning was because of that, because of the metaphor that she uses, a lot of the metaphors that she used. So, all of this to say, as I get to know an artist, as I connect, and my connection is true and real, and there will be certain things that I'll hold on to and grasp. Michael Jackson is I think the example that I had led with, but I could name a few more. Right, Outkast is another.
Yes.
Like, I mean, in my eyes, Andre and Big Boy could do no wrong because of Aliens and Elevators and like
great albums.
But those are songs that I like. You know what I mean? Like, it's in me.
Yeah.
At a certain point,
it's
and like
part of you.
Yeah. So yeah, they get this cover of, I know he's a womanizer and whatever, but he's a good guy.
I hate that line.
But he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. He touches women inappropriately, but he's a good guy. Oh man.
Yeah, but if it was very different. If I had heard allegations of forcing himself on women, that's a different conversation. Somebody that's got, he's a little handsy, he puts his hand in a honeypot. What I mean by that is he is promiscuous and having extramarital relationships. Yeah. That's what I'm speaking to. Not rape. No. That's not okay. That's never okay. Yeah. That's like abuse. Abuse of a non-consenting party is wrong. Abuse of an underage party is wrong. That's where I draw the line. Somebody talking about
a close-fisted issue. That's just no.
Yeah. There's no openness to that whatsoever. But there's a fight between two adults. Who's right? Who's wrong? Who's to say? You know what I mean? Like, who's really to say?
It's more touchy.
It's a lot more touchy. We all know that situations are never black and white. We understand that it takes two. It can mean that both are wrong. It could mean that one is wrong. But usually, if there's a fight, because there's two wrong parties.
Darn it! I'm still mad we couldn't find any white artists.
That's
messed up. No, it's not. Dude, I'm mad.
I'm not.
I paint myself as an eclectic artist and listens to so many beautiful melodies and full of wisdom and flexibility and nah, man. I'm just
listen.
Dude,
I love
music,
System of a Down. I love Surge as a singer. I think his voice is awesome.
Oh yeah.
But what do I know about his life?
No,
absolutely.
That means we cater to certain things, and although we do listen to different musics, different artists, who we decide to delve in deeper with.
Yeah.
We follow our own, or who we fit more with.
Who connects?
Yeah.
And that's different for everyone, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay to say that. Listen, I love the beats of Diplo, right?
Yeah.
As a producer, I love his music. I love the stuff he makes. But will I ever connect with a guy like Diplo?
True. The same reason, you know what? Surprisingly to some people,
Yeah.
My favorite country artist is Eric Church. Right?
I have no idea who that is.
No idea. Somebody got me into it. I listened to it. I'm like,
Yeah.
because I used to always say, country, that's the only style of music I don't listen. I heard his stuff and I was like, oh, I kind of like it. But if you ask me more about him,
Yeah.
I know a couple of songs, but I don't.
Yeah, but that's it. That's where it stays.
That's it. It's surface level.
Yeah, I mean, what's his face? The ginger from the UK. What's his name? Ed Sheeran.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ed Sheeran. Yeah. I mean, I love his music, and he's a really soulful dude.
Seriously,
he's a really soulful dude. Like, I heard him, and look it up on YouTube. He played a rendition of Pony.
Oh, I did not see
Which I was like, what? You can't pull that. Oh, yes, you can.
Of genuine fame. Yeah.
Right? I'm like, you can't pull that. Oh, my God, you can't. Like, I found myself jamming to it, and he gave it a different vibe. Like, he brought a different energy to it that I didn't think he could pull it off. He did. He did gracefully and beautifully. And, I heard him talking on The Breakfast Club on a couple of interviews. And I think he's a cool dude. But if you ask me about his personal life, where is he from, what's his, like, I don't know. What I do know is he's legit, right? His music's very legit. He's a legit artist. He plays very well. He owns his sound. He owns the music. He owns his craft. It's 100% him. There's nothing fake about it. It sounds eclectic. I've listened to his albums on repeat. Some songs I can connect with, some I can't. But I mean, legit, I like the man's music. If you ask me about his personal life story, no. And it's not because I don't think he's a good artist. It's just it does not connect.
Props.
My friend always says, "Close but no cigar."
Well said.
Yeah.
Close but no cigar.
Close but no cigar. So I mean, if you guys have some recommendations, actually, I think that would be a good place to continue this.
Teach us.
Yeah, teach us.
Give us some artists.
Actually, forget about him. Teach me. I'm the incult here, right? I am completely off. You know how I discover music? Chris makes a mixtape. That's Seriously. How I discover music.
DJ Technical.
Yeah.
Go check him out too.
Sorry. Yeah. DJ Technical.
DJTechnical.com.
Yeah.
Go holler at him.
When he makes a new mix CD, and I remember there was a song on one of the mixtapes. It was Drake's "Say My Name." Did you hear that one? Okay, so when that mix dropped, I was not a fan of Drake. After that mix, I was a fan of Drake. He made his own version of "Say My Name," Drake. And if you listen to it loud because it's intended to be loud. And Destiny's Child, "Say My Name," sang by a man.
He did. I
don't
know about that.
Like I said, yo, I'm telling you, and it's again to each his own. Okay, I'm not saying this is universal. I loved it. It gave me a new perspective on Drake, and all of a sudden I started to listen to his music. So how do I discover new artists? Chris drops a mixtape. Otherwise,
you don't know nothing.
I don't know
jack.
I don't. Or sometimes my wife. Sometimes my wife will make me discover new stuff. You know, I mean, listen. When I dive into someone, though, I dive in deep. You know what I mean? Like I'll dive all the way in.
That's your nature. It's information. So for you, it's just I'm digging information.
Yeah.
Just in case that guy needs to get indicted, I'll get the information.
I love Kate Trinata. I love it's just people I connect with versus people I don't. This was an interesting conversation.
Yep.
More things than I expected came out.
Yep.
A lot more came out than I expected. Last week we did a live from this very location.
Boom.
It's also on the same channel you found this video. If you found this on Facebook, there's more videos if you look up Father of Three, the Father of Three page. If you are listening to this on SoundCloud, thank you. Drop us a like if you did. It really helps us. If you are listening to this on iTunes, write a comment, write a review, because again, we're trying to get the views up there. We're trying to
That's right.
keep this alive, and you know, we're doing this for ourselves, but we're also doing it for you. So we'd like to have your feedback and make sure that you're appreciating it. So
right.
if you enjoy this, like, share, subscribe, let other people know about Father of Three, what we're talking about. Tell us what you'd like to hear about next.
Yes.
We're looking for your commentary. And this episode is wholly sponsored and actually hosted
in the studio, in my studio. My rapper / producer, artist name is Disciple Deca. So you can catch me at discipledeca.com. I will write it down in the comments and description. And soon to be found also on hostile.ca. So HAUTSTYLE.ca. Awesome stuff coming up. Music, interviews, etc., etc. And of course, you will find us there. So like, comment, share, subscribe, holler at us, send an email, a telegraph,
smoke signals,
tweets, anyway, which way,
Instagram,
Snapchat, dude, just catch us, okay?
Yeah.
You'll find us.
Catch us outside, not me.
No, that's so last year. Or is it 2 years now?
I have no idea.
Oh, the time flies, my friend.
I have no idea.
So old. Oh, and I will end with this note. Somebody asked me, hey, how do you know you're getting old? And I answered him, when your nose hair turns white.
Oh.
And a friend of mine answered, that's because you breathe wisdom. And I said, oh, that's why my nose hair is white. I breathe in wisdom. It's awesome.
Is wisdom pollution the same?
Maybe it is. Maybe that's a euphemism for it.
All right, well, guys, thank you very much if you're still here. And have a blessed week, all right?
Peace out.
Peace.